Human beings have a track record. A tragic, embarrassing, consistent track record of celebrating big. And then in no time at all, living as if it never happened. We get sucked into the moment. We get sucked into right here, right now. Current trials and pressures and darkness and struggles begin to just choke out anything about what God's done, who he is and what he's done. Oh yeah, the number one command in the Bible. Anybody know what the number one command in the Bible is? Fear not. Fear not. Close runner up, forget not. 58 times. Forget not. Forget not. We get afraid and we forget. We get afraid. Does this sound like anything different than today? We got people so afraid and they've forgotten who God is, where God is, what God's doing. Forget not. That's why you'll see examples like in Psalm 103. The psalmist is actually talking to himself. Psalm 103, you know what it says? Bless the Lord, oh my soul. He's talking to himself. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Bless the Lord, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. And where's he go? Forget not all his benefits. And then what's at the head of that list? He gives a list, but what's he start with? Who forgives. What's the next word? Oh, say it again. Say it louder. Say it like it happened to you. All our iniquities. If the list didn't even go on, that one thing would be enough to keep you smack, dancing, twirling, leaping, shouting. You're not on your way to hell. Your biggest problem's been solved. You have a great high priest. You're sung over. He loves you. You're adopted. You're redeemed. You have a robe of righteousness. You have an inheritance. You're a citizen of another kingdom. And you've got a bridegroom preparing a place for you. He loves you and he's coming for you. Oh! Who forgives all our iniquities. In other words, the psalmist is like, I'm going to have to go over here and grab this truth. Grab it and drag it back to mind. I have begun to forget. I'm so focused on now, I have forgotten. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. David Pallison's one of my favorite authors and biblical counselors. Now with the Lord, but one of his final books that he wrote, he said this: when you actually remember God, you do not sin. That's insightful. This man sat with people for hours. He was an excellent counselor. When you actually remember God, you do not sin. The only way we ever sin is by suppressing God, by forgetting, by tuning out his voice, by switching channels and listening to other voices. Look at me. Hey, we've got Christians switching channels and listening to other voices, saying this is what you got to be aware of most today. They're wrong. They're wrong. It's not helping. It doesn't cause you to rejoice, does it? And you won't be living for what matters most. You can't switch channels. You can't listen to some other voice. When you actually remember, you actually change. In fact, remembering is the first change.